Tuesday morning, I think there's a yellow trailer lurking around, so I'm guessing it's not going to be for this red tractor. It's got 4 axles on it, that'll take some weight, won't it? So I presume he's come for this. The dust on it. Should be off the road. It's that there. You go up down with them rams, and there's a cable. Flicks the little tail bit out.
Yeah.
And then it means they're dead long and low, and then they fold over so you don't catch the wind. But can you believe this is 2 years old? Because the wood's sat that little bit higher. It's protected all the paintwork. Then obviously it's got the grips for the tracks to go up. And that's even textured. So it's made in Andover trailers. But they used to be called Tasker. So that's why it's still got these badges on. Because they put them on. All the gubbins in there, eh? Oh, look at them, new chains and everything. Ooh. An oil can for him as well, bloody hell. Yeah. All that extra weight.
Kids are going working.
So you think got little lockers under there, or are they for the? They'll be probably for the outriggers. 80 tonnage plated too. It's, you know, you get like the Matchbox toys.
Yeah.
That's how clean they are as well.
Yeah.
That trailer's that long, we reckon we could have fitted 3 Merlots on. Just for a laugh. Get a video of it going on, you know, just in case it goes wrong, which it never has yet. But it always seems to go wrong. In other countries, you always see things falling off low loaders getting loaded. Looks massive up there now, doesn't it? Textbook. How good are them little lights at the end? It does look cool, that tractor, doesn't it? It's a shame that it's not got a little bit more horsepower in it. Gordon just leaving, he's just been bringing some branches that Bill and Joe have cut down. Go for the chipper. Quad track still here. And Rob's minted this Merlot up as well, giving it a good wash. Actually, looks cleaner than the one that David did the other day, but that's probably because that's been used. Just looking at the quad track, and we're trying to work out what that's for. Oh, it's like a collar. Oh, is that so it doesn't wear? You can take that shoe off and put a new one on, maybe. It's like a sock. Because it doesn't. Yeah, it must be, mustn't it? It's like a drawbar sock. But I thought you'd washed it, Dave.
That's shocking, that, Dave. Shocking.
It's not to standard, is it? Rob's just said he's quite right. Basically, it's based on a Massey 1200, you know, Arctic steer. Instead of having wheels on the cars, it's got tracks. But this is the diesel tank, and it's, look, you can actually see the level of the fuel in it. It's just got a big drive shaft coming through the middle. One must be for the PTO, and one must be to drive the tracks. There's a hydraulic tank as well. It's got a dipstick there, but you can see it anyway. That's where the fire extinguisher goes. Now, I presume they go in and out as well, depending on how wide your tracks are. But couldn't open this the other day because it had lights on it. Well, let's see what's in here. Oh, and that blue tank. Oh, look at that dirt. Oh, I thought it was going to have the batteries in it. I don't know why. I suppose it must have somewhere, because there's where you can jump start things from. Cab suspension as well. Let's have a little look inside the cab. It's red leather, carpeted. You know, that exhaust's massive, but they've managed to hide it pretty much well behind that pillar. You can't see the tracks up here, can you? Mirrors are all folded in, ready for going on the truck. Good view of the hitch. Seat set to swivel as well. You can kind of like see better by, it's a bit like on an office chair. Just fired it up now. See the screens all loading up. All the pretty colours. Truck's going to be here shortly for it. It's one of the Ashbrook tractors. We're going to take that back in a minute. But we're going to go up here. I'm going to do a loop in the yard and see the turning circle of it, because obviously it bends in the middle. We'll see how easy it loops round. The rake of the bonnet drops right off as well, so the bonnet is like, although it's absolutely huge, from a normal driving position, it doesn't take up any sort of vision. So let's see if it can loop round in here. Rob has put the chipper there, but we'll see what happens. Put full lock on and go for it. Right, John's going to give you a different camera angle because it look a bit boring from the cab. We'll see if we can loop round here. I think it's going to do it quite easily. That's the turning circle in the middle there. We're just gonna do it. Yeah, easy. So I think next time we'll see if the Xerion will do it. But we'll do a full loop, then you can see the complete turning circle. Should draw a little circle on the yard then on the inner tracks. You do this on like sand pits, don't they? When they test them and then they measure it with a tape measure. Just drawing a complete circle down there, see? Perfect. Looks like it's near the branches, but it's not. It's cutting right through. That is manoeuvrable for 600 horsepower tractor. As long as it loops in 12 metres on a drill, that's ideal. And this must be about, I don't know, 9? Maybe? No, it could be 12. John's on the big class now, and someone might have tipped some branches in the way actually while we've been having our dinner, but we're going to see if this will do a full loop. Yeah, them branches are in the way, but let's just see. He puts full lock on now. That's where the Zerrick, the quad track went. In a track. Yeah, not quite going to make it. Maybe we need to go on the internet and get the exact figures, perhaps. It does help when it articulates in the middle. Wonder what the new Zerion that's out with the tracks on all the corners. I wonder what the lock is on that. Because you can gain a bit with trick differentials. Yeah, I know them branches weren't there before, but definitely doesn't turn quite as short. Anyway, the truck has arrived to put the quaddy on, so we'll load that up now. So, other than driving it, I don't know, 10 minutes ago with a loop in the yard, now I'm loading it on a truck. And he's just asked me, could I put it on backwards? So I was like, all right, okay then. We'll see what we can do. Anyway, I'll turn it in and do a 3-point turn. I was going to turn out left, but John's putting the Zerion where this was parked, so he's got in position ready for that. So we'll turn down here and back up. That's got a good lock. Well, that's just gone in there then. That was relatively easy, but when you normally back a tractor up, when you turn the steering wheel going backwards, you're obviously steering from behind yourself. With this being bending in the middle or just behind you there, it does feel a bit different. Pulling a car out that's stuck on the dog field. Well, not on the dog field, next to the dog field. All right. Rear wheel drive, you see. There we go. Just arrived at Ashbrook's yard, me and John, because Morgan wanted to play with something, so I believe he might be down the field. We'll go and find him. Can you see that big smile on his face? Apparently it's got heated heated joysticks. Ever see that video of that guy that went crazy and he put a load of armoured plane on a bulldozer and just drove it round in America, driving through like the local government buildings? There he goes. Sure, you could do driver experience days driving a bulldozer. Climbing up on the piles. He's happy. Even his mullet fits in the cab as well, which is a surprise. Prudential Assurance Co Limited. Life, fire and accidents. Obviously that's their building. Was. Till Morgan hit it with a bulldozer. Making steady progress. It's supposed to be flat, like he's made a bit of a ramp. Like he's buck raking, but he's pushing it to the edge eventually and then he can just trim it all off. But he's happy. Leave me here for a week. John's found a 36 tonner to play on. There's a higher reach over there. So it's obviously Christmas time now. Well, getting near Christmas, so a lot of the diggers have come into roost because everyone knows that the construction game dries up over Christmas. No one does any work. Anyway, big thanks to James for making Morgan's dreams come true with driving it. But we were just saying, it's obviously really, really wet. No one can do any field work. James is hires tractors as well as diggers, but there's a deal to be done.
There is. If we can get some long-term hire, so we can get like 10 weeks out of you for your diggers, we can get like up to 20% off, and if we go even longer on the hires, we can get them even further off. So do a lot of ditching, a lot of draining for that, for not a lot of money.
Yeah, so if it's too wet for you to go in a field and you've got all them ditches you want clean out and you can't justify buying a digger, if you want to hire one over the next not Christmas period, but well, in fact you could hire it over the Christmas period, then you don't have to sit in the house with the in-laws. Not that there's anything wrong with Chris and Julia, I'm just it's a joke obviously for other people. Dug myself out, have you got a digger? Yeah. No, so some people obviously might want to keep themselves busy over the Christmas period or over winter. If you've got lads and you're paying them, you may as well get a digger in the yard, get some tracks done, get some ditches done, make your yard bigger. You can always have a bigger yard. And then if you've had it for 10 weeks, now I'm gonna like put him on the spot here, but if it was 10 weeks higher and then someone wanted to tractor in the summer, would you still do him a discount because you've had a digger for 10 weeks?
Yeah, we would. Yeah, we'd take it as like, rather than just being a tractor hire company, you can only get a discount on the tractor. We'll do it on the package. So we'll say, yeah, if you take the digger for 10 weeks, then we'll look after you with the tractor for the next 10 weeks, and then you might want a telehandler for stacking bales or whatever. Just keep talking to us and we'll look after you. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So if you wanted to,
Or a dump truck.
Or a dump truck. Yeah, look at this. That beast. Massive. There's a new one here as well. Brand spanking shiny one. Well, yeah, no, it makes sense. So we used to always have little jobs that needed doing, and we were lucky our neighbour had a digger that we used to borrow a lot of because he had a construction company and he used to sort of live in our yard over Christmas, and that's when we would get all our work done. but now we've loaded a chipper, we use a digger all the time. But anyone that can't justify buying a digger, the higher option, especially over winter, because there is deals to be done, because we all know that construction jobs stop at this time of year, but that's the best time to do drainage, because you've got this free labour, and also you can see which way the water's flowing a bit easier when it's there. So yeah, give them a shout. They've got a website, but it's dead easy.
Yeah. Ashbrook.
Shameless plug, because he's a great guy. He helped us out on some tractors for the tractor run for some guests that were coming up, and he's let Morgan drive a dozer. Some of these little ones, I don't know what number this is. What's this? 308. So that's like an 8-tonner. But because it has the boom at the front, not at the side, like a 13-tonner, so it's got like the front of the cab, it still only has the same reach. But then when you're clearing the ditch out, you can slew it to the side so you can see better. Because you imagine you're sat left-hand drive here, turn that this way, you can see in the ditch here, because you're just looking out this side window. And you can probably clean ditches out better than likes of our digger, a 13-tonner, and obviously they're cheaper as well because they're smaller. And then this one next to it doesn't look a lot smaller, but that's a 5-tonner, but again that'd be cheaper again. And then what's here, because we've got a 2.5, have we? That's a 1.7. Let's have a look. Climb through. Oh, they're 1.7, so they're 1.5 tonners or 1.7 tons. And that's this, like the one that we've got, a 2.5. Yeah, stickers come off it, but that's a 2.5. Little micro diggers. Want to clean out in the barn. Selection of dumpers. But yeah, all into roost over Christmas and the winter. Alex seed spuds got delivered here because he was out before, so just picking him up. Or just drop them on a pallet. McCormick's a bit dusty. It's not like Alec this. They're normally David Jones clean. Mini Merlot finds it easy, even though when it was a 6 metres, it got it in dead easy. Really quick birthday bumper today, only 5 on. Kyan Waldron is 15, Neil Armstrong is 51, Chev Jackson's on there, Ellie Brown's 18, Brian Smith's 58, and congratulations to my nephew Henry Berry on passing his driving test today. £53,943. So happy birthday to everyone on there and anyone else whose birthday is today. Anyway, today's video's got really long and there's still loads more stuff to see as well from when we were at Ashbrooks, but we'll see that in a few weeks, a few days, whichever, when I get time. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you all tomorrow.